I'm Karin Jurick. This is a presentation for you of my original paintings that are on exhibit at the Morrison Whiteside Galleries in Hilton Head Island, South Carolina. The title of the solo show is We the People. I hope you enjoy my work. This is a landscape, the only painting with no people, looking over the treetops and the beach houses on Hilton Head Island on a perfect moonlit night. The title of the painting is Purple Night. And this is what most of us would enjoy doing, is being alone with our favorite book in the sunshine on the beach. This is titled Man of Leisure, a scene from Hilton Head Island, South Carolina. Two girlfriends removed from their busy lives enjoying conversation and sunshine. The minimal, bright surroundings were inspired by the movie Lawrence of Arabia, which happened to be on while I was painting this piece. It's titled Gossip Girls. This colorful summery scene is also from Hilton Head Island, a woman and her boogie board heading to the beach. It's titled Boogie Days. Always a favorite subject for me to paint, ordinary real people who have set up their spot for the day at the shore. The scene was captured from Rehoboth Beach in Delaware and titled Redneck Riviera. This is a more painterly casual piece. It seemed fitting for the women enjoying the more liberal freedoms of South Beach in Miami, Florida. The title of this painting is Women's Lib. This little artist seemed perfectly content scribbling with her chalk on the sidewalk at an arts festival in Chattanooga, Tennessee. It's titled Suncatcher. Also from the same arts festival in Chattanooga, a little boy in the middle of a magic circle that he drew with his purple chalk, titled Magic Circle. A personal favorite of mine because I'm enamored with long defined shadows that follow us in the sunshine. These folks had just departed a tour boat from Fort Sumter in Charleston, South Carolina. The three panels are titled Casts of Characters. Another favorite painting of mine, two boys I spotted on Market Street in Charleston. They were selling little roses sculpted from the leaves of palmetto trees. I titled this Sunshine Boys. This was an unexpected happy moment I captured from strolling through DuPont Circle in Washington, D.C. A Hallelujah chorus singing for the lunch crowd. It is titled Hallelujah. This color-coordinated group was spotted in Telfair Square, a little city park in Savannah, Georgia. They were digging this jazz band playing for the lunch crowd on a summer day. I titled this Aqua Broads. A group of patrons in the presence of Renoir's luncheon of the boating party, which always draws a crowd of spectators. A moment captured in the Phillips Collection Museum in Washington, D.C., titled Luncheon Date. In the grand halls of the National Gallery of Art in Washington, D.C., a woman views Degas' Four Dancers. I titled this Dance Hall. From the Art Institute of Chicago, where you normally see people taking their lunch break and enjoying great works of art, a woman stands before Monet's Iris, titled Waterproofing. I really thought that these two men could be brothers. A man views The Old Guitarists by Picasso in the Art Institute of Chicago. I titled this Blues Brothers. This is from a fairly recent trip I took to the National Portrait Gallery in Washington, D.C. A young man stands before George Healy's Abraham Lincoln portrait. I titled this Penny for Your Thoughts. This painting seems to be more about the space and the big, beautiful rooms in the National Gallery of Art, where sometimes you feel just so small amongst the big portraits and paintings. I titled this Level with Me. These two young ladies, surrounded by old aristocrats' portraits, were part of a school trip to the Art Institute of Chicago. I particularly love the denim skirts and the kink of the hip, so I titled this Blue Blood Denim. Here were some spent patrons sitting in front of Mary Cassatt's Little Girl in a Blue Armchair in the National Gallery of Art. I titled this Slouchers. This is an art patron getting a high view of one of Calder's untitled mobiles in the National Gallery of Art. Quite a sight. I titled this Mobile Home. This is a young boy in front of Andrew Wyeth's Winter in 1946, which was a special exhibit at the High Museum of Art here in Atlanta. I titled this Boy's Life. I think this is a really cool direct view of a young lady standing in front of Rothko's number 7 in the National Gallery of Art. I especially like the hands on the hips, so I titled it Hippiness. This is a woman viewing William Bouguereau's The Bathers, one of my favorite paintings in the Art Institute of Chicago. I titled this Barely Visible. I spotted this woman sitting on a bench in the sculpture gallery in the Art Institute of Chicago. She's kind of twisting and taking a look at Grant Wood's very famous American Gothic. I titled this Blue Coat. The painting Mrs. George Swinton by John Singer Sargent grabbed the attention of this art patron in the Art Institute of Chicago. I titled this White Satin. This is a small painterly piece I did of a woman viewing Jacob Lawrence's Migration series in the Phillips Collection Museum in Washington, D.C. I titled this Mini-Series. Also in the Phillips Collection Museum, a woman stands before one of Degas' ballet dancer paintings. It is titled Amazing Grace. I think that this painting encompasses the space, the figure, and the featured painting, which is by Whistler, titled Symphony in White in the National Gallery of Art. I titled this Symphony in Red, White, and Blue. Well, thank you so much for viewing my paintings now on the walls at the Morrison Whiteside Galleries. Please join us at the opening on March 13th from 6 to 8. I'd be so pleased to meet you. You can view these paintings and many more on my website, www.karinjurick.com.